You're in a tough fight when you hit the other guy with your best shot. The next thing that happens, he hits you right back.
CompuBox numbers in round 9. Soto on 19 out of 78. Juarez 18 out of 46. Those numbers similar to what would be the per round averages, although perhaps with Juarez with a slightly bigger edge on average. Left hook doesn't quite get Juarez down, or excuse me, doesn't get Soto down to the canvas. Harold, how do you have it through 9?
Okay, Jim. 6-2, 1 even, 87, 83. Humberto Soto. Jim, while Tim Adams is cleaning off that wet spot on the painted canvas that's making these guys slip, let me say this much. This guy Humberto Soto just keeps walking him down, keeping him on the end of the jab, landing a better shots. He's got Rocky Juarez busted up, and as I see it, he's just not fighting him. Unless Rocky Juarez is a Tyson-esque puncher, I think Soto is winning the fight.
Don't punch. I have the fight closer than you do, Harold.
But on Harold's card, at least, Juarez would need knockdowns or more penalty points to have a chance to win the fight.
You gotta stop. No, you're in the back of the head. You gotta stop it. You gotta stop it. They got 1 point.
Another point deduction against Soto for hitting on the back of the head. And the fight tightens up once again. And you have to assume that Soto is one more rabbit punch from disqualification now. Chicago referee Tim Adams, very aggressive. Soto responds to penalty point deductions with immediate aggression. Afraid to throw. Juarez lands a solid right cross. Soto even leaned into it for him, and still he takes the punch perfectly.
This guy
Soto is just out fighting Juarez, regardless.
He has some chin.
Well, frankly, he looks so much bigger. And it's as though you're watching a super featherweight, junior lightweight, fighting a featherweight. They're not that far apart in weight coming into the ring, but Soto just appears the bigger, stronger man. Six minutes left in the fight after this round is over. More and more it appears Rocky Juarez is going to have to rescue his unbeaten record with something big. Because an extremely determined Humberto Soto has come here tonight to fight the fight of his life.
Yes, he is. And at this stage, he's really impressed me.
I imagine he's impressed Rocky Juarez as well.
You've got to knock him. You've got to knock him down. Come on the inside. Throw it to his chest. When you go in, throw it all. Attack the body hard.
You have to go like Rocky's supposed to go. You understand? Combination block. Everything goes. Don't want to. You just have the mouse left and you got off this ring. You understand? That's all I ask, Rocky.
Another look at the punch that was called a foul. Well, if you're going to be a strict constructionist of the rules, that was a clean, dirty punch.
Absolutely. Textbook rabbit punch. Rocky Juarez only threw 45 punches in the 10th round. Soto threw 83. Question becomes, can Juarez somehow pour it on in the 11th and 12th rounds? Does he have a burst of energy in him somewhere? That's what it would take, it appears, to come back and win the fight.
It's not easy to overcome two-point deductions. It can lead to all sorts of, shall we say, confused scoring.
It's impossible to overcome disqualification, so Soto has to be certain he doesn't hit Juarez on the back of the head or the neck again.
But what I mean by that, Jim, is if officials gave Juarez one of those rounds, then it becomes a two-point round.
Yep.
And it changes the complexion of the scoring.
That's why Soto was working so concertedly after both point deductions to see to it that he was winning the rounds.
And in both of those rounds, I think I gave the rounds to Soto, and then by taking a point away, my scorecard, it ended up making it even.
I'll tell you what, Juarez has shown tremendous guts here.
Yeah,
He's fighting his heart out to try to win it.
I'm just as impressed with Juarez, even though he may be losing, as I am with Soto. I mean, he's been put to a test that he's never been to in his professional career, and I mean, he's doing everything as he can still to try to pull this fight out. He has never given up.
Two of the judges who are judging the fight are well-known to boxing fans. Tommy Kasmarek from New Jersey, veteran judge, been in a lot of big fights. John McCarthy of Illinois, not all that well-known. Ken Morita of Japan. Well, you may recall that he was one of the judges in Tyson Douglas, and to his enormous discredit, he had Tyson winning. Good left hook to the body by Juarez. But Soto long ago established that no one punch is going to knock him for a loop.
Juarez is punching with a lot of power all over again and a lot more excitement than he has in the last few rounds.
That's a sizzling left hook to the body. And Soto's dancing after he takes that punch.
He still better beware because Juarez is still punching with a lot of power.
More and more, Juarez goes to the money punch, trying to set up left hooks, lead with left hooks, just double and triple and pour the left hooks on.
I'm giving this round to Juarez. This could be a very close fight.
Juarez seemed to win the round with that barrage of left hooks.
More punches, please throw more punches. Now listen. Listen, I think we're up. But we've got to throw punches. We've got to throw punches. Don't exchange punches with him there. You're catching his punches. He's going to come out with everything.
Peter Petty punch go out the window right now. You understand? Let's go for all the best you can. Did you hear what I said, Ray? Did you hear what I said? Did you hear what Ray said? What did Ray say? Give it all I got. And give it all you got, son.
You've got to give it all. Give it all. Throw everything. But be careful. Be cautious.
This could be a heck of a 12th round. Rocky Juarez, through his high output for the fight, throwing 62 punches in the 11th round, landing 22. Soto was 17 out of 85. Both trainers told their fighters to go out and expend every available ounce of energy. Juarez starts the round with a big left hook. Just to recap, the early portion of the bout dominated by Soto. On Harold Letterman's card, he won 5 of the first 6 rounds. Rocky Juarez began to mount a comeback, a spirited rally built on some left hooks. And then the rally was aided, or so it appeared, by 2-point deductions from referee Tim Adams against Soto for hitting behind the head. So if Juarez has won 3 or 4 rounds, add the point deductions, he's in the fight.
Works out.
Big left hook by Soto. Juarez hasn't thrown since the big left hook. Soto's the aggressor again. Solid jab by Soto. Juarez needs to find some offense. Gets in a left hook. Not once has he hurt Soto with his left hook, and he's landed several solid shots. Humberto Soto, raised in a cardboard shack in tiny Los Mochis, Mexico, told his manager and trainer that if they could get him a fight like this, he thought he was ready to capitalize. This despite 5 previous losses in his professional career.
Well, so you better watch with Rocky. Rocky's still punching very, very hard at this stage here.
Soto's no slouch himself.
No. He doesn't have that kind of punching power. So far, my scorecard, I have it 1 point different when you consider those deductions.
Soto was brought from Los Mochis to train in Eric Morales' gym in Tijuana. Cried for days the first time he was away from his home.
Good right hand by Soto.
Brilliant right hand.
Another good right hand by Soto.
Another straight right hand right on the cheek of Rocky Juarez. A year spent as Eric Morales' chief sparring partner hardened Soto and gave him the confidence which he has shown in there tonight. This fight can go either way as they come to the final bell.
That's a prize fight, folks.
Boxing is back. I think I would have also. Final score on Letterman's card, 115-111, upset win for the unheralded fighter from Mexico.
I have it.
Eric, out of New Jersey, scored 115-113 for Winky Wright in the second Mosley fight. Has had a lot of other big fights as well. That scorecard fairly representative of the fight. John McCarthy from here in Illinois scored last week's fight between Ricardo Mayorga and Picarillo for the title that had previously belonged to Javier Castillejo, the fighter you're going to see in the next fight against Fernando Vargas. Mayorga now holds that title. And 70-year-old Ken Morita of Japan had Mike Tyson leading Buster Douglas 87-86 through the 9th round in Tokyo, and that is not a positive credential. Michael Buffer has the numbers. Let's go to him for the official decision.
Ladies and gentlemen, we go to the scorecards. John McCarthy scores at 114-113. Tommy Kazmarek, 114-112. Ken Morita scores at 114-113. All to the winner by unanimous decision, Humberto Zorrita